All right, 3, 2, 1, let's get it. You can't have a first-class life with a secondhand mentality. It's impossible. Let me say that again. You cannot have a first-class life with a secondhand mentality. And the results of your life up to this point now, it can change, good or bad, but your results of your life, or the results of your life right now, are an indication of what sort of mentality that you have. First-hand mentality or second-hand mentality. And that's what I want to talk about today. Sadly, most people have a second-hand mentality. So think about it like this. A second-hand mentality is like the second hand on your watch. It measures in seconds. And that's what people want in their life with a second-hand mentality. They want the answers in seconds. So instead of them putting forth the sweat equity to get those answers themselves, putting in the hours, getting frustrated, coming back to it, wrestling with it, trying to figure things out for themselves, they just turn to someone else to quickly get the answers. And that's fine in the moment. But over time, this is what weakens you. Because if you don't do the work yourself and learn firsthand, then number one, you haven't experienced it. And if you haven't experienced it, then you can't retain it. It's kind of like cramming for a test. You've got to go through the slog to figure out the answers for yourself. And most people are unwilling to do that, which is why you end up just trying to get through a day, a week, a month, another year. But it seems like, dude, you're just a hamster on a wheel. You're not making any progress because you've gotten lazy and complacent and have adopted a secondhand mentality. I see this happen all the time in sales. Salespeople, the profession by and large, I am a lifetime salesperson, but salespeople by and large are incompetent because they have a secondhand mentality. So when they get into sales and a customer throws something out there, a question to them, and they don't know the answer, instead of them doing the work and the research and figuring it out for themselves so that way they can answer the customer's question later, they'll just turn to another salesperson, a veteran, air quotes, a veteran, and get the answers quickly from them. But the problem with that is that answer is normally wrong too, because the veteran salesperson that you just got the answers from, they got the answers from someone else. And this becomes just this pool of incompetent salespeople. The only way you're going to have a first-class life is to have a first-hand mentality. You got to jump in the pool. You got to get your hands dirty. You got to figure it out. You got to want to quit sometimes, yet you keep coming back to it. You got to wrestle with it. You got to fight with it. There are times it's not going to go your way. There are times where you do everything right and it still goes wrong. But there are also times where you do everything wrong, but somehow you got the light and it went right. And you just catalog that. And it's just another arrow in your bag. See, you've got to learn firsthand because you're going to go through some hard shit. And if you're leaning into life, the incline gets steeper as you go along the way. If you train yourself now to lean into it, yes, things are going to get tough. Yes, things are going to seem like they're not favorable for you. But if you keep going, learning firsthand, this is going to develop that experience and give you the sea legs. So that way, when the storms of life come, you can weather those things. The people who cannot weather the storms, the people who cannot adapt to change are the people who have a secondhand mentality. And that's why they have a secondhand life. Period. So whatever it is that you do today, creatively, personally, professionally, have a first-hand mentality. Period. Full stop. Just experience it yourself. Now, a secondhand mentality has its place, but let me tell you where they have its place at. It's by getting ideas. It's by being curious and creative. And you see these ideas, or you hear about something, or you read about something, or you spot something. That's a secondhand mentality. You're a magnet for those things. This is what keeps your day spicy. This is what keeps things growing. And so you see it. It sparks the curiosity. It generates the creativity. And then you start doing it yourself. And you rock with that first-hand mentality. Your first-hand mentality. This is a muscle, man. You've atrophied in life because it's easy to just get the answers from someone else. To just pick it up from something you read and just parrot it. Fully experience it yourself, and this will strengthen you. This will create your independence. This will make you more courageous. This will make you more bold. This will make you more rich in life. And I'm not just talking about materialistic things. I'm talking about having a rich, fulfilled life. The reason why you feel so empty is because it's all secondhand. You're working in hand-me-downs. You're talking in hand-me-downs. Don't do that. Learn firsthand. It is not to outsmart somebody. I'm not trying to be better than you. I'm trying to be better for me. That way, the world gets a better representation of you. All right? Do this on your job. Don't do just the bare minimum. It's what happens. We come in with a first-hand mentality to get the job, and then we do what everybody else does. We relax. We slide into a second-hand mentality, and we do only what's required. Yet we're not playing to the opportunity. This is why you get stuck in jobs. This is why it's all dead end. This is why something just never seems to work for you. Firsthand. You're not looking at it. You're not seizing the opportunity. You're so worried, well, if I'm not getting paid for it, I'm not doing it. I mean, Bob's the one who can. No. Roll up your sleeves. Get your hands dirty. If you make somebody else's life easier there at work, so be it. I don't do it for them. I do it so I can learn more. It makes me more valuable. So that way, if it becomes nut cutting, it ain't going to be me because I've learned from all kind of different areas. All right? Got to have that first-hand mentality. Let's get out of here. Keep it simple. Keep it moving. Never settle.